Chapter 32.
We've got a body at a small independent theater in Arlington.
Agent Briggs's fingers curled into his palms as he delivered the news, but he fought the urge to clench his fists.
It's not Genevieve Bridgerton.
I didn't know whether to be relieved or upset. Somewhere, 15-year-old Genevieve might still be alive. But now, we were dealing with body number 8. Our unsubs +1.
Starmans, Vance, Brooks. I want the 3 of you to take the kids back to the house. I want one of you posted at the front door, one at the back door, and one with Cassie at all times.
Agent Briggs turned and started walking out of the club, a signal to the rest of us that he was so confident that we would follow his orders that he didn't even need to stay here to see them through. I didn't need Leah or Michael here to tell me that his confidence was a lie. "I'm going with you," I said, following him outside. "The exact same logic that let you bring me here applies in Arlington. The unsub turned this into a little treasure hunt. He wants to see me follow it to the end."
"I don't care what he wants," Briggs cut in. "I want to keep you safe."
His tone was uncompromising and full of warning, but I couldn't stop myself from asking. "Why? Because I'm valuable? Because naturals work so well as a team, and you'd hate to throw that off?" Agent Briggs closed the space between us and brought his face down level with mine. "Do you really think that little of me?" he asked quietly. "I'm ambitious. I'm driven. I'm single-minded. But do you really think that I would knowingly put any of you in danger?" I thought of the moment we'd met, the pen without the cap, his preference for basketball over golf. "No," I said. "But we both know that this case is killing you. It's killing Locke, and now there's a senator's daughter involved. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have sent someone to check out that theater. We wouldn't have discovered the body for hours, maybe days. And who knows what our unsub would have done to Genevieve in the meantime. If you don't want to use me as bait anymore, fine. But you need to take me with you. You need to take all 3 of us with you, because we might see something that you can't." That was the whole reason Briggs had started the Naturals program. The whole reason that he'd come to 12-year-old Dean. No matter how long they did this job, or how much training they had, these agents would never have instincts as finely honed as ours. "Let her come." Locke placed a hand on Briggs's arm, and for the first time, I wondered if there was anything between the 2 of them other than work. "If Cassie's old enough to play bait, she's old enough to learn from the experience." Locke glanced around the room, at Sloan and Dean. "They all are." 45 minutes later, we pulled up to 4587 North Oakland Street. The local police were already there, but at the FBI's insistence, they hadn't touched a thing. Dean, Sloan, and I waited in the car with Agent Starmans and Vance until the local PD had been cleared off the scene, and then they brought us up to the 3rd floor, to this tiny theater's only dressing room. I made it halfway down the hall before Agent Briggs stepped out of the room, blocking the entrance. "You don't need to see this, Cassie," he said. I could smell it. Not rotten, not yet, but coppery. Rust with just a hint of decay. I pushed past Briggs. He let me. The room was rectangular. There was blood smeared across the light switch, blood pooled near the door. The entire left-hand side of the room was lined with mirrors, like a dance studio, like my mother's dressing room. My limbs felt heavy all of a sudden. My lips were numb. I couldn't breathe, and just like that, I was right back. The door is slightly ajar. I push it open. There's something wet and squishy beneath my feet. And the smell. I groped for the light switch. My fingers touched something warm and sticky on the wall. Frantically, I searched for the light switch. Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on. I turn it on. I'm standing in blood. There's blood on the walls, blood on my hands. A lamp lies shattered on the wood floor. A desk is upturned, and there's a jagged line in the floorboards from the knife. Pressure on my shoulders forced me to stop reliving the memory. Hands. Dean's hands, I realized. He brought his face very close to mine. "Stay in control," he said, his voice steady and warm. "Every time you go back there, every time you see it, it's just blood, just a crime scene, just a body." He dropped his hands to his sides. "That's all it is, Cassie. That's all you can let it be." I wondered which memories he relived over and over. Wondered about the bodies and the blood. But right now, in this moment, I was just glad that he was here, that I wasn't alone. I took his advice. I forced myself to look at the mirror, smeared with blood. I could make out handprints, finger tracks, like the victim had used the mirror to pull herself along the ground after she was too weak to walk.
"Time of death was late last night," Briggs said. "We'll have forensics in here to see if they can lift any fingerprints besides the victim's off the mirror."
"That's not her blood." I glanced over at Sloane and realized that she was kneeling next to the body. For the first time, I looked at the victim. Her hair was red.